Happy Hanukkah from Congregation Shirat Hayam. Hi, I'm Joe Simons, and I'm here with some tips and tricks for cleaning your menorah, or more specifically, Hanukkiah. Now, lighting the menorah is one of my favorite pastimes for Hanukkah, but inevitably, it leads to a trail of hard-to-clean wax. So if you want a pristine menorah in time for this year's Hanukkah, what is the best method to get rid of that wax? Well, I turned to our congregation, and here's what they had to say.
I'm Micah. This is how we clean our menorah. Watch on these. And this is my mom too. It's very simple.
What we do is we turn the oven temperature on at a very low heat, like 200 degrees, and you sit your Hanukkiah upside down on a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper or tinfoil, and the wax will simply melt away. You'll take it out a few minutes later, and it'll be squeaky clean.
Squeaky clean. Have a good day. Love, Micah.
There, this is Brian and Michelle, and to remove wax from our menorah, we use the hot water method, where we put a paper towel down in our sink, and we use hot water, and we scrub the wax off. And sometimes we can cheat, and we can use the instant hot if the hot water from the tap is not hot enough.
Just don't burn your hands.
Happy Hanukkah!
Some people try to freeze the wax off their menorahs.
We like to avoid knives and fire when we clean our menorah. So this year we're using a hairdryer. So we put, Brandon, you want to turn it on? So we turn it on and we melt the wax, and then we use a washcloth, a wet washcloth, to wipe off the wax. Here, you want to hold the menorah?
Sure.
So we're helping each other out.
So it's like the menorah. Let's have a party. We're all in the heart. Gather around the table. We'll get
So if you have can of wax that has to be removed because it's all glopped on, a little bit of hot water does the trick. But then again, then you only have places where it's only a little bit of wax. So what do? Well, some people will try to take out a knife or may even try to take out a fork. Now, if you were a menorah and someone was poking you with a piece of sharp metal, I don't think you'd be very happy about that. So I find that chopsticks a great way to dig everything out, and it doesn't hurt it. It has feelings too, just by the way. So digging everything out, doing all of this, maybe having to boil it a second time if you have to, just to get the last piece of everything out, that does the trick.
You could try to prevent the mess by putting in some tin foil. If it stays in, I don't know.
Hi, we're the Bruner family. Our mom did not want to clean the menorah this year, so she bought a new one. And we got these mini candle holders to help prevent the mess.
We're the Simons family, and this is how we clean our menorah.
So it's actually still got wax on it from last year, but that's not a problem because I just melt it off. So if the little cup has too much wax in it, I would just melt it. And even if it didn't, I just melt the end of the candle and put it in the cup. And that's it. And then it stays like magic.
One congregant told me that he doesn't clean his menorah. Herb Goldberg shared with me some of his beautiful Hanukkah traditions, including the fact that he and his wife Jan had a fancy menorah that was given to them as a gift. Now, the two of them would light the menorah, and then their two kids would take bets as to which candle would go out first. Unfortunately, Jan passed away Erev Hanukkah, 1999, and when Herb was done sitting Shiva, he lit the menorah on the 8th night. He watched the entire candles burn down as the wax covered the menorah. And the next year, he lit the menorah too, but again, only on the 8th night. And that second year, he got his camera out and he took this beautiful photograph.
This is how I like to clean my dirty menorahs. Lots of wax from last year. All I need to do is get it a little bit warm and use some clean paper towels. You can use anything you want to to warm it up. I'm in the kitchen. I might as well just hold it over the stove just a little bit, just to warm up a little bit, holding it in the cool part and getting it a little bit closer. I can tell when the wax gets a little bit soft, and then I could just wipe it off carefully and it gets clean.
We sure got some great ideas. Thanks to everyone who helped both on and off camera. Here are some of the general takeaways. If you're going to clean your menorah before Hanukkah, you might want to try using a heat source before you scrape off the wax, or alternatively, you can try putting it in the freezer for a while. If you want to make your life easier for next year, you might want to prevent the mess in the first place.